Not like you and I to be late. Hey, look at these funky backgrounds we've got, Mike. What's this all about? What's all this about? It can only mean one thing. It's Accounts Payable Appreciation Week. Wow. We should have had music. Actually, you know what? I can play music now. I'm going to work out whilst you're talking. Tell us all about AP Week, but I'll work out whether I can play some music. Go on.
Well, yeah, I can't wait to see what you're going to play. No, here we are. Loads going on. Already this week's been amazing. We've had so many comments. You're going to run through some of the stuff in a minute. The wall of appreciation, all the social media stuff that's going on. And for those who don't know how to do that, we'll be covering all the instructions on how you can, access that and share content, download the pack that we're giving you with all the graphics and all of that. We'll go over that shortly. We're hoping to be joined by a special guest sponsor today, who's actually just sent me an email saying he's struggling to get into the platform. So while you're playing music, I'm going to send the email to try and send the link. So it's the Mike and Jamie show. Making up.
Nothing ever goes right for you and I, Mike. But yeah, as you say, look, the reality is Accounts Payable Appreciation Week starts early doors. People are already baking cakes, taking photos, doing videos, shout outs. We've got special guest appearances during the week. So we've got, people like the Count. Anybody who's in AP knows who the Count is, but I'm not going to steal his thunder. So he'll be joining us later in the week. But, one of the things I thought we'd do, Mike, to start with, before we sort of get into more of the details of what's happened during the week, why don't we just take people through how they get access to the content, how they're getting involved. So I'm going to share my screen, if it allows me to. Share a tab. There we go. Right. Okay. Hopefully you can see my screen, Mike. If you can nod your head, if you can. Yep. There you go.
Indeed. Got it.
So if you go onto our website, apassociation.com, ap-association.com, as you can see in the events tab, there's 3 buttons here. Firstly is AP Week. In here, you will see different things you can do, take photos, bake cakes, say thanks, broadcast, etc. But the most important part is this register my interest. If and when you fill out this completion of this form, we will then send you a pack. In that pack is everything you need. It's logos, it's content, it's backdrops like we've got here, it's posters you can download, ideas of how you can get your teams involved. It doesn't have to be anything really mega. We've got one guy who's spending hundreds of pounds on printing logos and posters all over the place. And then other people, we've just seen the most amazing cakes this morning. And I'll share some of those in a second. But just the first thing is register your interest here. Once you fill out the details, we will then send you a pack so you can get your team involved, and that's how it starts. So absolutely, wherever possible, get yourself involved in that there. Now, when we talk about what it's all about and how we share this stuff, we have this thing called the Wall of Appreciation. So when you click onto our website, you'll see a button. Clearly, it comes up there. And in here, you will then start to see the world turning blue, as we call it. Lots of pictures and posts from around the community. There's that cake I just mentioned there, wow. Mike. What a cake that is there. Look, so that's from Rachel and the team over at Breeden. They always are super bakers, and they've got lots of things planned throughout the day. But you can see there that Shannon, who's baked that, has brought in that cake. Absolutely phenomenal effort. So we have to have a special shout out there, as you can see, to Shannon. I know Rachel and the team are already tucking into that. So no doubt, mate, they've got a lot for us. We have the one and only Michael Short there. As I said in my post earlier on the social platform, does that mean he's looking to win Crufts this year with his badge, or is he telling us what his political preference is? But either way, you can clearly see that Michael's getting into the sprints, the real involvement in terms of what's going on in the week. For those that don't know who Michael is, Mike's our operations director of the group business across the 2 businesses, the payroll centre and the APA. That was his picture that he took outside of a well-known high street brand this morning as he walked in. They didn't arrest him. They let him out with his goods and service. So you can see loads of things coming on. I think, Mike, our guest has just joined us, Stephen. So we'll add him in, but we'll intro in a second. So Stephen, welcome to the live stream. We are busy at the moment. Are you okay, Stephen?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you for inviting me.
No problem at all. Right. So at the moment, Stephen, before we intro yourself, we're just going through sharing some of the comments, the likes and the videos and content. So bear with us a second while we go through some more of these. Okay. In terms of other comments, you see my wonderful wife there. Some cakes made last year and this year as well. She's got cake baking skills back on with some AP Week cakes there. Over here, we've got some posts coming through from the wonderful Daniel Saunders, who's having his morning tea or coffee in his AP I Love Accounts Payable mug. As I said to him earlier, tea and coffee always taste better in those mugs. We have Chris Wu in the team at Westgate Moor, who, I don't know, they got a picture of me in the little green outfit there. I don't know what it looks like. That's what I look like on a Saturday morning or Sunday morning when the children have got to me. But again, thanks to the team at Westgate Moor, Chris and Tom. Lots and lots of shout outs, lots and lots of cake baking. And the idea really is for us each day that we round up each day here, is to not only share this screen and coerce and hopefully get yourselves to come in and sort of celebrate this with you, but ultimately you share this with your team. So, one of the things that we try to do wherever possible is give shout outs to other teams. So you've got Emma Thomas over here, who's sort of saying happy AP Appreciation Week. You know what? You don't need to do a video. You don't need to take a photo. In the pack that we send you are all these great backdrops here that you see above you here. But actually, if you can get involved, we've got the wonderful Teresa and the team here. She did these yesterday. She told me these in advance. So these cakes you see on the right-hand side here, what an amazing effort here. The amount of times the cakes from around the world. Teresa's team are a real international team. So the team at AIS, what an amazing effort they put into that. So what we're looking for you to do is post your videos, post your photos, post any content you can. And when you go onto the appreciation wall, which again, just to remind people, you'll see it here. So you drop down, wall of appreciation. You click this little button to the right-hand side. What that does there is give you the ability then to add your image, add your photo, whatever you want to do, and then write your post. That's how it comes down to. Really, really simple. You click next, pop your details in there, your name and details. That will then allow you to post straight to our post, to our website. Clearly, we manage that as we go through to make sure it's only content we want to be shared. But you can clearly see the day. I mean, if I look on the day by day, there is absolutely hundreds upon hundreds of stuff that goes on. Stuart Griffith has just posted this second, as you can see. He's been baking. He's even got the special ones here. Look, a few strawberries, a few grapes. I can see his famous, whatever they are in the middle, chocolate brownies, whatever they are there, and a sausage roll, I think that is there. You can absolutely see that people massively get involved. So if you can, get onto the website, go onto the apassociation.com, look under the events page. Firstly, register your interest in the AP Week. Secondly, then get yourself on the wall of appreciation. Make sure you've downloaded and you look at all that sort of stuff. And then really importantly, get involved. Make a comment, share a video. I posted a little video to say thanks to my team earlier. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to do posts. Just a few words. If you've got one of the best teams in the world, which we all know we have, just a couple of words on the social platform. But one of the most important things you have to do whenever you post, Mike, do you want to tell the people what they have to do when they do a post? Hashtag
APA Week 2022. So hashtag APA Week 2022.
Stephen, look, you can tell we're not pros at this. We're not rehearsed, we're not practiced. But yes, if you're going to post on any of the social platforms, that's LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, any of the social platforms, if you use the hashtag APA Week 2022, we will then go and pick all those photos, videos, comments, whatever it is. They'll appear on the wall of appreciation. And then every day live at 2 p.m., we will then share those comments and those pictures. So as they're coming through now, and as we introduce our guest today, Stephen, I will busily go and have a look at those pictures as they come through. And towards this session, the end of this session, we'll then go do a bit of shout out. So, Mike, without further ado, could you introduce our special guest today, Mr. Stephen Holden?
I certainly do. And Stephen, thank you for the overcoming the technical difficulties. I know the calendar invite we sent you didn't have the correct links and stuff. So our bad, but welcome. Stephen, you can tell us all about what you do over at Rico and the exciting stuff you've got going on for AP. But very briefly, I just wanted to introduce you and thank you. And obviously, our week has been sponsored by Complete Software and Rico as an event sponsor for our Summit Conference. We just wanted to give you the opportunity to almost preview what you're going to be bringing to our conference for those who may still not have signed up and may want to come, and obviously introduce what you're up to as a business, because I know you've got a lot going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Again, thank you for inviting me. Rico, we're a new partner for the APA, and we're happy to be a premier partner. If you haven't heard of Rico, I mean, we've been around since 1936, headquartered in Tokyo, well known for printers and photocopiers over many, many years, and cameras. But we're now repositioning ourselves a bit more as a digital services company, and particularly when it comes to helping accounts payable. It's basically around technology and automating processes. And really, this week, as part of Appreciation Week, we've got some social feeds going out. Of course, the big thing for us is joining you at our first event with the APA, the Summit Conference in Birmingham.
Sunny, Stephen, you've got to use the word sunny Birmingham. I'm afraid it's
sunny Birmingham. Yes,
yeah, it's part of the rules. I'm afraid that's the only way we can get any sun or whatever it is. But look, yeah, I mean, as Mike says, and thank you so much, firstly, for joining this year as a premier partner. It's great to see. Hopefully, people know who you are. You've got your brand all over the place in terms of locations and whatever. But today, it's really important for us, one, to say thank you for the sponsorship for the week, and also for the summit that's coming up later in the week. But two, to give our audience and understand who you are. The importance to us, as an association, is to bring sponsors in, not only because you help us continue to give this content out from the sponsorship opportunities that you help with, but also, let's not forget that you help our audience, you help our members. But your solution should make their job and their lives a little easier. So that's the reason why, one, you're on today, but two, you're at the summit. To give some expertise, which is our audience love expertise. They absorb that so much, but actually to understand more about your business. So thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate that. Mike, in terms of the summit, so we outline what's happening at the summit because Stephen's attending. Is it yourself, Stephen, or is it your colleague who's attending?
Yeah, it's actually myself. We've got a stand. We have a speaking slot on the main agenda. A gentleman called Keith Tabor, who's European sales manager and an expert in process automation. So he's going to be talking about the benefit of technology to accounts payable teams and what we consider best practice. And then I'll also have two of my colleagues who are, again, process automation experts, namely Ed MacArthur and Chris Gubbins, who I know you both know. We'll have a stand there. We'll have some giveaways. They won't be as good as yours. There's nothing as good as an APA mug. I really want one. But we'll have a few that we can give away. But we're very much looking forward to it. And it's like I say, it's our first event. We also have, we will be joining you at the conference in Birmingham again, sunny Birmingham, in October. And we'll also be going to sunny Leeds for part of the APA update seminar that you're going to hold.
Oh, Wi-Fi. Back in the room. Sorry, we lost you there, Stephen.
Did you?
We lost the last second of it. So you were saying that you're coming to our update in Leeds later in the year.
Yes. We're coming to the update in Leeds. So 3 events for us this year. Oh, and the awards. Very much looking forward to the awards. But there'll be 4 of us there. Plenty for delegates to talk to, and we're very much looking forward to it.
Well, look, the only thing we might be able to squeeze a mug or two, so we might be able to find. But the cakes that you'll see all over the internet today, I doubt they're going to last till Thursday. I'm afraid. On that one, so, I mean, what we'll do is I'll bring some of there's a whole bunch of people watching us live, and let me just bring some of the comments that are coming in on the social platform. So, look, this is what you call a dedicated community. So Monica's watching us and listening to us while she's doing a job. So she's processing the payables today. Now, the only thing I would say, Monica, is make sure you don't make any errors. It's great to listen to us. Get involved in the community. Thanks for your comment, but don't make any of their errors. So lovely for that comment. Thank you, Monica. Look, they just keep coming in. Look, I know that Jude's saying this. Look, why does AP Appreciation Week happen just as my diary fills up every year? Jude, look, you tell me a day or a week in the year that you've not got a busy diary, and I'll tell you that's complete rubbish. The only day you probably have off is Christmas Day. Other than that, payables are the most busy and most hardworking function of all functions, whether it's finance and marketing, sales, whatever it is. So totally get it, Jude. We can't choose the right day. We can't choose the right week, but we have to put a line in the sand somewhere. Heather Peters, this is for you, Stephen, just so you know. Heather is one of our education team. She's been with us for an awful long time. She's been one of our influencer community. Richard is our education director, so Heather doesn't work with Richard in the education team. But Heather's just a bundle of joy. She dresses up as a minion sometimes, so you can turn her up in yellow, but she scares people when she turns up that, especially Teresa, who's another one of our education team. A bit of a shout out to Richard George. Richard doesn't get love a lot of time, so there you go. Shout out to Richard George saying, thank you for keeping me sane. You understand. I know exactly what she means. But thank you for that, Heather. What else we got here? We got Rachel Long, the cake that we saw earlier, and you probably missed this as you were joining, Stephen, but there was a cake and it looked like it's a 3-tiered huge cake. Rachel's team over at Breeden, they always go all out, and the baking that they showed this morning was just immense. In fact, I'll share in a second. I'm hoping that she has at least a slither of that left for the rest of the week. But this is the issue with AP Week. It starts off with a big bang. Everybody gets sugar rushes. They all get headaches in the afternoon, and then it slowly goes off. It's like an alcoholic sort of going out for a night, and then it re-ramps up Wednesday into Thursday when we got the live summit. So I'm going to go back and have a look on the other side. So, Mike, in terms of what we got planned for the rest of the week, tell me a little bit about the guests that we got planned for the rest of the week.
So we're joined this week. We've got a number of people coming on from our member community and influencers. We've got another couple of sponsors coming, so we'll be joined by Eska. I think it's either tomorrow or Wednesday. Anyway, between now and the end of the week, we've got Eska Northern Europe. We've got Softco coming in. We've got Complete Software. We're going to have a wrap up with Phil Douglas on Friday, and obviously the everybody's going to be in the room in Birmingham on Thursday. So Stephen, Chris, Ed. I mean, the real value of the face-to-face. We love online stuff. A lot of us can't get away from our desks, but face-to-face has been very much part of our strategy this year, and it's going to be a great day. So I'm just going to keep plugging Thursday because have we even got any tickets left available? I'm not sure we do. I think
so it's a smaller venue, and the size of the venues, we can have up to roughly about 120 people. I think in fairness, we're at maximum if you take into account Stephen's team and a couple of our other sponsors, including ourselves. But you know what? If it needs to be, Mike, then I'll ask our team to go out and have a Happy Meal for their lunch, and we'll squeeze a few more members in. So if you really wanted to come along and you want to come along to the summit, I think we're at capacity or thereabouts. We will always try and accommodate. If you're in the local area, you've never been to an event of ours, or if you have been to a conference or event, you know where it's all about. They're another level. I mean, the one thing we haven't described, obviously, we've got Stephen in the room, we've got the team at Rico and a couple of other sponsors. And also, you're going to take us through some great educational content. But we do have Brad Burton, this little known guy, the number one motivational speaker, the UK's number one motivational speaker. He's going to be talking about what we call AP Life Maker. And that's all about how you can become better at your job, more confidence, look at your life skills, your work-life balance. And anybody who hasn't seen Brad, he's a whirlwind, but actually this is different. Brad normally comes and gives us, his power, his energy for 1 hour. Brad's with us for 2 hours, and he's going to do a workshop. So not only are you going to get his content, some downloadable material, but obviously roll that forward to our conference in October. We're going to see if we can change some lives. We're going to see if we can get more confident. We'll see if we can get the voice of accounts payable heard more so, because that's always a challenge for us in our industry. And that's all part of the package. So again, if you can attend on Thursday, that'd be lovely to see you. If you can't, what we're also doing, because we realize it can be a bit of a challenge at the moment for people to travel, we're going to live stream parts of the day as well. So I think from 2 p.m., this live session we're doing today, we're going to live stream this to our audience. But with exception, only people have signed up for the week. Only fair. We're not going to give it to everybody, per se. So anybody that's signed up and cannot attend, we will live stream. So Brad will take us through one of the slides, which is the motivational level slide. Stephen, I'm telling you and your team, you'll knock the sales target off this year. These 2 hours will make a difference to your lives, I promise you. And you've got me on video saying this, but he is exceptional. He really is. And what the idea for us is, Brad's going to do that for us. So 3 panels of content from our wonderful hosts. We've got Rachel Long, who's putting a host panel together for us. Stuart Griffith, I'm going to share a picture of his in a second. You saw a post from him there about cakes. He's gone to town on AP Week, Stuart, over at BioLabs. And then we've got the wonderful Kat and Gemma, Kat Moy from Truck Tire and Gemma from Tarmac, who are running a panel. panels of experts who are joining them. So each of them are going to be running a particular topic, everything from AP policies, processes, technology, sustainability, lots and lots of topics which are really important in our industry at the moment. And the way it works at the summit is it's all about people who are in the job, who are in the role, who got the education, who got the content, but also it's an open content. So it's not us and them, the speakers on the stage talking about the content, really open. The end of the summit is all about what can we learn? What can we all take away from us as a community? What do we then want to go and change in our businesses, whether that's to rewrite our policies or, it might be a case of, look, we're very early in our journey and organizations such as RICO can help us either map out where we want to get to, where we can look at our automation journey. Or we might be looking at changing our photocopiers or our printers, whatever it may well be. I'm sure Stephen and the team will be out there to help you. So the day is really educational, but the one thing I would say overriding, as you see from the comments, and Steve, when you get onto LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever, and you read the comments later, there's loads of them. I can't share them all because there's too many of them. The community this week just go crazy. It goes blue, and we say go blue because it's for the right reason. It's just such fun. We really enjoy this week, and we couldn't do it without a community. So, Mike, whilst I'm going to find some more comments, anything else that we should be aware of this week?
Well, no, just to say that in addition to the agenda, like the formal running order for the day on Thursday, for those that come and we will make resources available offline as well. There'll be loads of downloadable content. We're going to give opportunity for those that want a bit of a deeper dive. There'll be some breakout workshops that RICO will be running as well. All of us want to get the opportunity to do that. And I think that's just a really good opportunity just to have a chat about where you're at and maybe pick up a conversation later on. But so another plug for Thursday, it's the main event. Obviously, it's that and the conference, so the two main face-to-face events in our calendar. And we're very, honoured to have had the support of our sponsors to make it all happen. But in terms of the week, I'm just looking forward to seeing more activity on social media, flying the flag for AP in the community. Oh, Craig, thank you. Craig from SCORE, our partners over at SCORE. We'll be working with Craig and Chris later this year to put some content together for our members, mapping out processes, looking at strategic business transformation. So stay tuned for that. Liam, happy AP week. Loads of comments coming in. Jamie, closing thoughts?
Well, look, I'll tell you what I'm going to do before we close today, and I'm going to ask Stephen for a few. Let me just quickly share my screen again, because as we've been speaking, as always, you give people a nudge live and they start to post stuff. So hopefully you can see my screen. Can you? Yes. So we mentioned this guy called the Counts. This guy here, Stuart Griffith, I'm sure he sleeps in that outfit, by the way. You can see over at Biolabs, he's not only plastered the entire business. Look, as they're live coming through. Look, he's lying on his desk here. You can see behind him, he's got his posters. I don't know what that is on his lap. What is that? Is he? Who knows what that is? Is his dog? His cat? Does he think he's James Bond villain? I don't know.
James Bond villain, I think that's the one.
Yeah, so we won't use what analogy that is, but you can see they are just coming in thick and fast. The whole of the internet is just full of the stuff. Reminder, go onto our website, apassociation.com, look at the events section here. You've got three things to do. You can either go and download the pack in the AP week, you can get involved in the AP Wall of Appreciation, or you can then sign up to the summits. Again, I'm not 100% sure if there's any live tickets, but reach out to myself and Mike and we'll see what we can do for you. It tells you all about the event there as well. I think there's a video somewhere around myself and Brad taking a video as well. So look, loads and loads going on. It's just a very big week of celebration. Right, Stephen, before we finish for today, we're trying to get 30 minutes. Anything else you want to share with us before we get to that summit on Thursday?
Yes, I did. I wanted to say thank you to the RICO finance team. Who are, I want to say thank you to all finance teams, but in this moment, RICO, who are based in Northampton, London, and Barcelona. But yeah, you are appreciated wherever you're watching. And we will be posting throughout the week from RICO UK LinkedIn site and the other social feeds. I'm trying to share content that's going to be helpful to you, really, but also enjoying the fun this week.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, Stephen. You know, people always get confused when we have partners and sponsors. You know, one of the things they do is clearly, you know, your job is to educate us, show us all the system solutions, hardware, software, whatever it is. But actually, that's the reason why we very heavily work with our sponsors and partners, because you absolutely make our lives easier. And it's education first, so it's understanding what you can do and what you can achieve. Secondly, it's all about what your products and services and your consultancy can do. But then thirdly, it's about holding the hands of our industry, because sometimes we're a done-to industry. We're told to go and do automation or, you know, new systems of software. And we very much push back on that. And we say, look, the best way to not to be done to is to go and educate yourself. Go and, you know, engage with our sponsors, our partners, understand what's out there, learn from, you know, the experts. You're the experts in the world. You know, you've built these system solutions and hardware products. Learn, educate yourself. And also in a non-sales environment, go and speak to them, find out what others are doing. Hence the reason things like summits and conferences are really important, because it's where you can go in an environment with lots of people similar to yourself, no matter where you are in your automation journey, starting out. Even if you've started it and it's not going quite as well as you need to, you can still go and have those conversations in the education. So that's the reason. Firstly, thank you for shouting out to your own team. I think that's great. I did something similar earlier on a video, so I'm not going to shout out to them again. They all know who they are. He's one of the, you know, which way everybody is. Mike's a special guy, you know, for all different reasons. But we have an excellent team at the APA, and a lot of the stuff we talk about and do on here on this channel, we couldn't do with all the support of our team. So I appreciate that. But very much importantly, if you are and you want to get hold of the, you know, tickets for the summit, reach out to myself and Mike, and we'll see what we can do. Lastly, on this comment here from Simon Jeffrey, it's important that we reference this. So Simon clearly can't get to the live event, but he is very right in his comment here. Look, what we do as a broadcast channel, as a community, we are a community business with the Association for Global Payables, and our job is to raise the awareness of accounts payable, our sponsors and our partners, so that we all sort of in synergy move our industry forward. So it's about getting the voice, it's about getting the awareness, but actually getting that recognition. So AP Appreciation Week is that. It's the voice, it's the appreciation, the recognition. That's what we stand for. So thank you, Simon. I thought I'd bring that point up lastly, because it is really important we don't forget what we're here to do in the first place. So, Simon, Stephen, anything lastly before we finish for today?
No, nothing more for me. Thank you.
No, we'll make sure that we're trying to hold, you know, we'll try and get Rachel, one of the team, to give you a slither of cake to save it. We'll just, especially for yourself, not your colleagues, just for you.
That would be nice.
You turned up today. Mike, anything from yourself before we close for today?
I just want to plug, or basically give a little bit of advanced awareness of an initiative we've got coming up with some of our strategic alliance partners to actually help create more awareness of the challenges that AP face within the senior management teams of most of the businesses. So if you're a CFO or a VP or a controller, or you're the head of transactional finance, for example, and you want to understand what the challenges are I mean, you don't want to get into the weeds with the details, but we're going to be putting together some resources that will help you actually break down the barriers and hopefully get more of an understanding of how to transform your businesses at the grassroots level. And we'll be releasing more information on that shortly. But yeah, pleased to be working with the Shared Service Outsourcing Network again this year, Shared Services Forum UK. We're working closely with the Purchase to Pay Network, so Ellen and the team over there, and Helen. You know, thank you for your support. And then also we're working with Chris Argent at Generation CFO, really to bring the CFO community into the payables world and increase that dialogue. So yeah, lots coming up. More on that to follow, obviously.
Well, look, I mean, I wasn't going to mention this, but look, we're live. We may as well. It's all about AP celebration. Some of the things we do, Stephen, is in the background. Obviously, we're a membership community. That's number one. We do events and conferences and all that good stuff. But actually, what we're really well known globally for is our certification training and our courses. We've been shortlisted as training provider of the year with our partners over at Gen CFO. Now, myself and Mike means we're going to have to dress up and maybe wear a penguin suit. But it's an amazing achievement for us to actually even be nominated, but to be shortlisted as well is a huge achievement, because, you know, if I roll back 5 years ago, there was not an industry of sorts. There was an accounts payable industry, but not one that got recognised. So all the work that our education team have done to pull together our award-winning certification courses and training has now come to the fore. And actually, we're looking at, you know, that really C-suite level who are going to start to recognise, hopefully, all the work that we've done. So even being shortlisted as the APA for Training Provider of the Year is a huge achievement. We're so proud of it.
Well done. Well done.
You know, thank you, Stephen. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do some, as you can imagine, some social media posts on that. But while Mike was talking then, I thought, you know what? It's part of AP Appreciation Week. I'm just going to poo-poo these marketeers. Let's get that message out there. So Chris and the team at Gen CFO, thank you so much for, one, the nomination, wherever that came from, two, for shortlisting us. Fingers crossed. Let's get our community behind us. You know, this is where this shout out community. I don't know if they do it by poll. I think it's by judging panel. But let's see if we can get enough noise behind us to see whether we can win that cause. But you know, as I say, when we do our awards, and you'll see these later in the year, Stephen, it's the taking part that's really important. But for us, it is absolutely the recognition that we are known now in the industry as the go-to organisation for all things payable. So thank you for the team, Chris, and the team at Gen CFO. Right, we will wrap it up there. 30 minutes on the dot. How professional are we? Stephen, thank you so much for taking the time. Apologies for the technical glitch that couldn't let you in to start with, but hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll get you some cakes toward the end of the week.
Brilliant.
I know we're going to enjoy Thursday. Please look out, share some comments during the week. Thank you for everybody to listen in. Thank you, Mike, as my co-host or host, whatever I want to say. Thank you all, and I will speak to you again tomorrow, same time, live, 2:00, same place, same time. Thanks all. Speak to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.